Hello and welcome back to our study of Peninei Halacha, the teachings of Rabbi Eliezer Melamed Shlita. Well, here we are midweek. Hope everyone is having a great week, and we ask everyone to please continue davening for Chaylei Tzva Haganah Yisrael, for Shlem B'chol B'tuei Yisrael, safety of our brothers and sisters in Eretz Yisrael. We learn each day Ili Nishmat Ser and Daniel Shimon Ben Harav Doron V'Shel Shem Kam Damo. Also, it's a great treat for us here to host Rav Yogev Cohen. Rav Yogev, who's part of Machon HaBracha, responsible for bringing the Sifrei Peninei Halacha to light, La'or, so to spread the Torah. He also happens to be the son-in-law of Rav Melamed, close friend, but a privilege to have him here in the United States, sharing his wisdom and his Torah. So the next chapter, Suda Lifnei Tefillah May. Mishosh Hagiach Chatzos Hayom, Tzorch Li Zaher Shlo Lishkoch Lispala Mincha. So as soon as midday, halachic midday approaches, so one has to be careful not to forget to daven mincha. Therefore, lefichach lo yaschil b'suda gedola kodem shispal mincha. So one should not start a big meal before you daven mincha. Usuda gedola hi suda rabbats mishtatfim. What is considered a great meal? One where you have a lot of participants. Could go in sudas bris milah if you have a bris, sheva brachas, a pidyon haben, something like that. Aval suda Shabbos einin nechsheves l'suda gedola. But a regular Shabbos meal does not fall into this category. It's not considered a large suda. In a time of need, one can certainly start a big meal before mincha. As long as they are clear and it's specified, and we know that the Suda will finish, the meal will finish before the time to daven mincha. And therefore, they'll remind and worry and make sure that mincha gets daven at the right time. Chatzi shel lifnei mincha katana, a half hour before mincha katana, again, which is the later zman as we have discussed. Kishlosh shows lifnei shkia sechama, about 3 hours before shkia, before sunset. Also lemisha lo yispala mincha lechal suda katana. So then, one who has not daven mincha yet shouldn't eat even a small meal. And if someone has accepted upon himself responsibility, I'm going to remind him to daven, mutar lechol, then you could eat. Therefore, one can set an alarm that will remind you when it's time to daven. But you have to remember that as soon as the clock, the bell rings, for whom the bell tolls, then you have to stop your seuda, you have to stop your meal, you have to go daven. There are those that are careful, and they don't eat even a small meal after midday until they have daven mincha. That's why many of the yeshivas that they daven mincha early, as we discussed when we discussed mincha gedola versus mincha katana. So many of them they daven mincha early, so therefore they can eat afterwards the larger meal. Also in Israel, the larger meal of the day usually is the afternoon meal. So they have mincha, they have the afternoon meal, and therefore your yotze according to all shitas. Interesting note on the bottom as well, but what comes out is that you could eat. So let's say mincha, we're going to have mincha tonight here in the northeast United States at 7:50 p.m. So it doesn't mean that from noon you can't eat. Certainly you can eat, but one should certainly not come to a point, well, if I eat, then I will miss mincha. So if you schedule your meal accordingly so that you'll finish on time and certainly have a reminder that you should go daven mincha, that certainly would be acceptable. I'll tell you what is acceptable is having everyone join us to learn Torah. It's amazing. Please continue davening for Chaylei Tzva Haganah Yisrael, for Shlem B'chol B'tuei Yisrael, safety of our brothers and sisters in Israel, Nishmat Ser and Daniel Shimon Harav Doron V'Shel Shem Kam Damo. Really, thank you so much for joining us for our learning. Hope you have a great day, and we'll see you here next time.